Hey there. Hopefully there's enough light here. I'm getting ready to make a shower curtain rod for the shower in the back of the van. And I had a whole bunch of ideas going through my mind of how I wanted it. This sign back here I made, I guess, 2 years ago. Says life is better around the campfire. It keeps sliding around and all that stuff. It don't stay put. And there's not really enough space behind there to camouflage the curtain rod. I wanted to put like an elbow on there and a rod to like flip it out, and then when I want to put it away and then cover that up, it's not deep enough back there. So I'm sitting there staring at it. How am I going to make a curtain rod? And I didn't want to spend any more money. The curtain rod that I was using for the outside shower, I have this PVC pipe. It's 1 inch, and that's the same diameter as the rod for the outside shower. These pieces here is from the what is that thing? The awning that I used, but I never could get it to stand straight. And on the last camping trip, it fell over, and this pointed part right here, oh, don't want to stab myself. This pointed part right here fell up against the van, gashed it, scratched it. It's yuck. So that's something I have to fix before I paint it. And so since I'm not gonna utilize the poles and it's 1 inch diameter, I am going to make a curtain rod. That's what I think I'm going to do, except I can't use the elbows like I wanted to. So what I think I'm going to do is just this piece right here. See if I turn this light on a little bit. Hopefully that's not too much light. This piece right in here, this, I am going to, I guess, make a slit in here like this. Just enough to slide on there tightly, and just slide this on there. That's what I got so far. And the rod is going to go across from there to across from there. So let's see how we're going to make this work. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, I'm back. Yes, I am here at the workshop. The Home Depot. I did not want to cut this stuff inside the van because I'm tired of just particles, dust, sawdust, dirt everywhere. So since I need to cut this piece of PVC pipe, I measured it out. What I need is 31 inches, and then inside to slide it in is almost 4 inches. So we're gonna cut this and get it going on. This right here, I glued it, of course, but I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with this. I'm thinking about just cutting a hole and putting it through the other bar and let it just rest on it like that. So that might work out in our favor. So instead of wasting stuff, I guess I'll just upcycle, reuse what I have, because I was going to buy a 1 inch anyway, and this is 1 inch, so just use what I have. I'm going to cut it with, of course, my handy dandy saw thingamajig, and go from there. This PVC, this is going to go through it like hot butter. So give me a minute and I'll get back to you. sure it's 31 inches long. Measure 4 times, cut once. Already cut. Ha ha ha. Is it 31? Exactly. So now I need, this way, I need to do about almost 4 inches that way. And I marked it off there. So let's see how we're going to do this. That's a good question. You see all those particles flying and everything from this plastic? That's why I did it outside. All right, how are we going to cut that and make it straight that way? Where's my measuring stick? I don't have one. We're going to use this. Just want it to go straight across that way. Measure it there. Well, this wood is crooked. That's not going to make it go straight. Hold it up there so it'll be that way. And then there. And alright, well, I cut this one. And we're going to fit it to see how we need to make sure if there's enough room to get it back up in there. So let's see how it'll shove it up in there a little bit. It's tight enough. I think I might like that. Do it need to go back a little further is the question. Not really. Not really. So, we need to do something about that squeaking now. Even though the vehicle is not going to be moving, I just don't like that squeak. That's worse than somebody taking the nails on the chalkboard. Yuck. Alright, so we got this. I'm cool with it. Let's cut the other piece. Get that up there. And see what we need to do next. Be back. Alright, let's get the measurements on this one. And that's interesting because I thought I marked it out. But this right here is, let's go with nope, let's go with, and there, possibly. All right. And then, here we go. Got something even straighter. Scrap wood. I was going to use this piece of scrap wood to shim it underneath the seat because the passenger seat squeaks. So I'm driving and all you hear is ee, 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 ee. So I was going to shim up the seat with this. And I have to rig it because it's the swivel seat that Arnold made. Arnold made that for me, and it swivels beautifully. I love it, but it squeaks. And when I was driving yesterday, I'm like, and I was pushing up against it, I'm like, why don't I just stick something in there to try to balance it out? So that's what I'm going to do with this and a couple of other pieces of wood. But right now, I need to finish the shower curtain so we can christen that thing. Hell yeah. Maybe I was thinking of another source of income. Maybe, you know, I can do those live video chats while I'm in the shower. I bet you that'll pull in a lot of money. Oh, I'll go viral then. All right, let's get serious. Let me cut this. No, it's doing it outside. Because I see all this. God dog it. That's why I was doing it outside. Give me a minute. Horrible. Look at me. Ugh. Just think if I did this inside the van. This is worse than sawdust. All right. Let me widen this so it's enough space in between this crack and we can shove it up there and give it a test fit. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I got the arms up. This one is tighter than that one, which is still fine. It might be the spacing that I put in there is a little loose, but I'm good with it. So this is the arms for the side curtains, and I'm just using a magnet for it to hang down. And this here is the curtain that I use from for outside. So this is going to go up here like so, like that. And I think I'm just going to drill a hole. Oh, drill a hole in here and stick this through there and put a little nut on there, and I think we're going to call that a day. I mean, as far as the shower being up there, and I'm cheap. I got these little plastic clips from the Dollar Tree. I don't like them, but I think I'm going to use a rope right here to fasten it like this. I thought about a chain, get a little piece of black chain, but I don't want to hear a whole bunch of cling, 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 cling while I'm driving. So I'm thinking I'm just going to use this string. I think I am. So let me get back to this, and I'll get back to you with an update. Be back in a minute. Well, part one of the shower curtain rod, should I say, is installed. I'm kind of satisfied with it. It's a trip. What I see in my mind, I am not a carpenter by far. Yes, woodwork was, or should I say woodshop, was one of my favorite classes in school, but I'm not a carpenter. Not a carpenter at all. And I will get a thought in my mind and I will marinate on that thing, and I'd let it just fester and process, and I would think about it and visualize, see how I want the pieces to go, and it comes together eventually in its time. When I try to make it work, it just don't happen. But then there's a day where it pops in my mind. I'm like, I need to do this thing. Like today, it was not on the agenda, and it came together. So this is the outcome of part 1. I looped it up here I need to make this just a little bit tighter. But these are the rods and it goes through here. So when I'll get a nut, a wing bolt, and put that up there. And that's how it's held together. I want to redo these. This was just temporary. Got it from the dollar store. So another wing bolt right here. It's up on that side, but it needs to be just a little bit tighter. And there it is. There we go. So I need to get a shower curtain to go down and around. And we're good. I wanted it wider than the shower pan itself because when it gets wet, I don't want the curtain to stick all over me and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take this down. I'm not going to get the wing nuts today. I'm not spending no money on this thing. I probably do have a bolt, but a wing nut would be much easier to grasp and turn. So this right here is done. We're good with this. Satisfied. See you in a bit.